Guys, I will be showing you the most brutal, deadly, best assault rifle you can be using in Cold War. Now, in my opinion, the FFAR is one of the best assault rifles that you can really use because I know all of these are like XM4, AK, Critic 6, and all of these are pretty good, and this one too, which has like barely any recoil. These are all really good, but the reason I just think the FFAR is a bit better is because it's very aggressive, and the mobility with this is really good, and I have a class setup that makes it shoot like a SMG. Basically has a high mag and no recoil. I mean, it has some recoil, but if you can control it, it basically has barely any recoil. So for the muzzle, I will be using the SOCOM Eliminator for the muzzle flash concealment and the vertical recoil control. The reason I'm not using the agency suppressor is because even though the agency suppressor fully takes you off the minimap with the muzzle flash concealment, you don't get that much vertical recoil control, and it takes away your bullet velocity and your effective damage range, which those two, in I'd say Nuketown and most of the other maps, those are very important to have, and you don't really want to take those away for just a small price of, muzzle flash concealment and vertical recoil control. But with the SOCOM Eliminator, it takes away some of your recoil control and your shooting move speed, which those are important, but not as important as your effective damage range and your bullet velocity. But the SOCOM Eliminator, it also gives you 17% vertical recoil control, which for a class that you don't want to have basically no recoil, you would want that. And it gives you some muzzle flash concealment too, so you'll mostly be off the minimap. And with the barrel, I will be using the Ranger for the bullet velocity, and it may take down your aim walking movement speed, but when this beast shoots that fast, it kills instantly. So your aim walking movement speed, it is important, but this kills them so fast. -5% really doesn't do anything. And I thought using the task force was really good for the damage, the bullet velocity, and the effective damage range, right? But when I was using it, I noticed that it was good, but not as good as the Ranger, because it takes down your recoil, your vertical, and your horizontal. Not take them down, but it makes your recoil higher, and you don't want that. And it also makes you have less ammo, which you don't want less ammo, because ammo is always important for a gun. But I mean, it depends on what you guys prefer, but in my opinion, these two are the best barrels that you can use. I'm using the Ranger because of bullet velocity, but the takedown is still good for the effective damage range, but I just like the Ranger. So it's just better for close range, Oh, my bad. And no body, but the underbarrel will be the field agent grip for the 6 vertical recoil control and the +16 horizontal recoil control. And it takes down your shooting move speed by 26. And the speed grip, it takes down your movement speed, shooting move speed, and aim walking movement speed. It is faster, I will give you that, but it takes down just a bit of the recoil that you would need. And I know 1% recoil isn't a lot, but it's still important if you want to have basically like a no recoil gun. So the field danger grip is, in my opinion, one of the best grips you can have for a FFAR. And the magazine, I will be using the 38 round speed mag, because even though most people would like the Salvo 44 round fast mag, it takes down your ADS speed by, I believe, 15, right? Yeah, it takes down your ADS speed by 15%, and you only get a 6 bullet difference, which, I mean, I guess if you miss most of your shots like me, 6 bullets would be enough to kill them, but I don't think 6 bullets is worth 25% aim down sight time taken away. And you can use the 38 round or the 38 round speed mag. Those are my personal favorites. And the handle, I will be using the serpent wrap for your ADS speed, because I know with the airborne elastic wrap gives you 30 ADS speed and 90 flinch resistance, which that is better than this, but it takes away your shooting move speed and your sprint to fire time, which this one only takes away 10 sprint to fire time, but this takes away 10 shooting move speed and 15 sprint to fire time, which I know it brings up your accuracy, but it takes down 2 important things. that aren't worth just 5% more ADS and 90% flinch resistance, which you can still use this one, like I said, with the barrels. It's really up to you. Frick. Bro, what the hell? Alright, it's fine. It's really up to you if you want to use a serpent wrap or the airborne elastic, which those are like the best handles you can use. My personal favorite is the serpent wrap, but it's based on personal reference. And with my camo, I'm just using the basic camos that aren't that hard to get, because I haven't leveled it up. Well, I've leveled it up to max, but I just haven't gotten good camos. I use this one in zombies, so I'm close to getting these, or just this one. But yeah, and that is the FFAR. And if you were to use gunfighter, you could add 3 additional slots like this. If you were to use gunfighter, I would add the SWAT 5mm laser sight and the tactical stock. That's all I would add. I wouldn't add an optic because it doesn't take down your ADS, and it brings up your accuracy. But in my opinion, I just don't like optics. I'm fine with what it has by itself. But the reason I'm using Lawbreaker is because I love to snipe, and I'm trying to upgrade my sniper right now, so I'm using the Lawbreaker so I can use both my favorite guns. And this isn't max, but I'm trying to get it max, so you know, I could get like a quick scope sniper, which is like a one-shot, which that's been my goal for a while, and that's what I've been trying to do. So that's why I've just been using Lawbreaker. My opinion, the best perk 2 is Scavenger, because you always need ammo, and you get ammo if you go over like a player's body. Most of the time you get ammo, which that's really good. And then with the Paranoia, honestly any of these are really good, but my personal favorite is the Paranoia, because when the enemy aims at you, your vision pulses if the enemy is outside of your view, which that's good if you want to, like, you know, rush them, or like you're aggressive with your gameplay. If you see that pop up on your screen, you can just turn that way and start shooting. And then for the perk 3, it's Spycraft, because you can hack enemy field upgrades immune to like spy planes. You don't trigger proximity mines or gas mines, and you can actually hack the proximity mines and some other ones. You also won't trigger the Paranoia, which is what I just said right here. So if you were to aim at someone with this, they won't know if they have that perk on. And then you can hack proximity mines, and you won't set off gas mines, which gas mines and proximity mines are very deadly, and not setting them off is very useful. And when you see enemy care packages, you can set a Semtex in them, so I don't know if they can still loot it, but if they don't, it'll like blow up the care package, which that's really useful. And I'm using the Stancer for when they call in like helicopters and everything, or yeah, enemy air score streaks and player piloted helicopters. That's always good. So I like to use the field mic and the Stancer. Those are really good. I used to use the gas mine, but I only use the gas mine when I do I don't remember it, but it was like capture. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it was hardpoint or domination. It was one of those, but the gas mine is really good for domination. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it is hardpoint and domination. Which those with the gas mine, those are the really good ones to use. But yeah, like I said, that will be one of the best FFAR classes to use. And in my personal, this is my personal favorite class and gun, because like I said, it basically shoots like an SMG. It's an insta kill, and if you know how to control recoil, has like no recoil at all. But yeah, that'll be it. Let me know how the gameplay goes, and I'll see you guys next time.